All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Do Our Things podcast. I'm Jay Teagues. I'm your leadership trainer, host, speaker, venture coach, founder of the Do Our Things Nation. And I want to welcome you to another episode. And I have the lovely and loud and Angie McCran. How are you doing this morning?
It's Monday. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing great. We were just laughing because I was sitting here and Angie's like, "Hey, good morning," because Lacey's sitting on the other side of me, and she's like, "Hey, good morning, Lacey." Lacey's like, "Good morning." I'm like, "How could you hear that?" Like, you got my headphones on, and she started laughing because she's like, "Yeah, she's loud." So, but hey, welcome back. It's Monday morning. It's July 3rd, so getting ready to celebrate another American birthday tomorrow. I'm excited about that. What do you any big plans, Angie?
My big plans are getting the AC fixed. That is the biggest plan, getting the AC fixed. Going to watch some awesome fireworks because I love fireworks. Just really hanging out here, and the installation, Fort Leonard Wood does a really good job at putting on a really good 4th of July celebration. So I look forward to going out and taking part of that.
Yeah, getting the AC fixed, priority number one. It was a freaking hot week last week. So
yes, we had it's not like me. I hated every minute of it, but we had the windows shut, the curtains drawn, and the lights off as much as possible all weekend. And we've got Florida ceiling windows in the living room. And one of my favorite things is to open them up as soon as I get up and look outside because we've got, animals galore out here. And I couldn't do that this weekend because I just wanted it to stay cool in the house. But
living in darkness,
yeah, it's horrible. It's just so horrible.
Yeah, well, the things we take for granted, right? Someone asked me the other day, "How am I doing?" I'm like, all my problems are first world problems. So.
They are. Yeah. Otherwise, hey, life is great. I went out and participated in Melissa's 4x4x48. I did not do the 4x4x48. Let's make that very clear this year. And I've not done it any year. However, I did do 4.5 miles of the 4x4x48 to celebrate July 4th. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just signed up for the BT Epic. It's a huge mountain bike race, largest one in the Midwest. So that motivated me to get my bikes in the bike shop. So I spent Saturday getting my bike squared away, and I went on. We did a run Saturday, and then I rode my bike yesterday for 27 miles with a friend. That's the first time I've been on a bike in a while, so I'm excited about getting back out there and getting trained up for that. The BT Epic's a 50 miler, so looking forward to that.
Cool, getting in the saddle.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, before we get into today's episode, smash that subscribe button so you're notified of future episodes. We're on Spotify, Apple, Pocket Cast, YouTube, whatever your platform is. We should be there, and if we're not, let us know so we can get there. But for most of the things, we're streaming everywhere. Leave us a review on Apple. It goes a long way for us to tweaking the algorithm so we can expand the Do Hard Things Nation. And share it with your friend. This episode is sponsored by The Forge. What is The Forge? The Forge is a high-performance community. We feel that leadership solves most problems. And, you can always lead yourself better. And The Forge is a community of like-minded, growth-minded people. It's hosted by Lions Guide, which I'm a trainer. And it's an opportunity to network with other like-minded people, to have frameworks, to actually provide frameworks and teaching to help take these concepts and make it easier to apply to your life. We offer challenges, accountability. There's there's weekly journal prompts. We also have a book club. So there's a topic of the month. This month, we're going to get into the topic of influencing and leading better. And we've got a book of the month, and it's just great. So if you're ready to level up, you want to connect with the like-minded people. These mastermind type groups have fundamentally transformed my life. So we created one, and we encourage you to check it out. So go to lionsguide.com to learn more. We're also sponsored by Do Hard Things Apparel. Burn the ships. Do hard things. We got the hats. We got hoodies. It's too hot for hoodies this summer. But anyway, we got some amazing shirts. And you can see our upcoming events. We got on 9 September 23, which is September 9th coming up. We got the Do Hard Things run, the 9/11 9.11 mile run and ruck and 5K. And I guess I can go ahead and announce it today. We got Sid Bush. Sid Bush is coming out as a special guest.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, Sid Bush is if you don't know who he is, he's a legend in the running community. He was a Navy veteran who lost his family due to a drunk driver early in his career. and he decided to take that that energy, started going down a negative path, and he decided to channel that energy and do something good. So what he did is he started running marathons and half marathons, and over the course of decades, he has run like over 800 half marathons, 200 plus marathons, and donated a medal to a fallen service member. And he's getting a little bit older now. He's retired from the marathon and half marathons, but he's still out there getting after it, 5Ks and 10Ks. And we extended an invite, and he's coming out to pay us a visit.
That's really cool.
Awesome.
So where is he from?
He lives in South Carolina. And
wow.
I think he's 77 now, but he is just like, you want to talk about like just an all-American, like, and someone that just took something tragic and made, the best out of it, and has inspired a lot of people. He's just genuinely a good dude. So
I'm excited to meet him.
Yeah. So come meet Sid. He's previous. I don't know what I should have looked at this before I hopped on. He's a previous podcast episode. I just don't know what episode number it is. But look up Sid Bush and check out the interview, and you can learn more about him. So
cool. Hey,
right.
Before I forget, we were talking about the apparel. This Do Hard Things crop top is life, y'all. Look, it is crop top season. I'm just telling you, if you think you can't wear a crop top, ask yourself, do I have a body? If your answer is yes, you can wear a crop top. You can rock a crop top. I don't care who you are. Rock the crop. And this crop top is amazing. I'm just saying.
They look awesome. And all the shirts are soft. I mean, they're amazing. I mean, they're comfortable.
It's the best. It is the best ever. Okay.
Lacey has ruined people on clothing when it comes to that. Like I pick up a shirt and I'm like, this isn't the same quality. I can't wear this. So
yes, I know.
It really is good stuff.
It is.
So.
All right. Sorry.
All right. So, hey, the main theme of this year is this is the halftime huddle. Like we're at the halfway point of this year. And a lot of people, like, every time there's something unique about the Q2, Q3, because people are so like in the middle of summer, they don't even think about it. So this is an opportunity to kind of take a knee real quick. So grab pen, grab paper. I'm going to key up some just some questions to get you to just kind of think about your life arenas. And this is what we do in the Forge, but we do like a much deeper dive on this and really kind of crosstalk this. So I'm giving you like a little bit of a teaser of what we do. I think that this is so important. That's why I think that it should be a podcast episode, because it's an opportunity to check on the 4 lines of effort in your life, doing hard things, 4 major lines of effort: your health and wellness, your affluence and wealth, your relationships, and your development. And sometimes we just get so in the day-to-day that we just kind of forget to kind of check in to see how, to measure our progress and to do that self-assessment so you can make those adjustments. So I think this is it's important to do it. So this is your halftime huddle so you can win the rest of the year. So let's kind of talk about health and wellness. What are all the things in the realm of health and wellness? Well, Angie and I, you were talking about that this morning. Did you checked in with yourself, and what did you learn about your own health and wellness this morning?
Oh man, I have been so incredibly tired over the last 4 months, who knows? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, work is ramped up this year. My schedule's been kind of crazy, and I feel like my recovery's been off. I feel like I'm always sore. My muscles are always sore, even if I haven't done anything. And I sat down and I'm like, all right, let me get back to the basics. I just got to reassess my life here. And I realized I have not been drinking at least a gallon of water. That's something that I've done consistently since doing 75 Hard a couple of years ago. That is one of the habits that I kept, is making sure that I drank my water. And yes, I am every morning still, as soon as I get up, I drink 30 ounces. Like that is I do that. But somehow over the last few months, I stopped tracking the rest of the day. And I realized I was not getting my gallon in. And so this last week, I started really concentrating on getting my water in. And I have felt so much better. So much better.
Yeah. And that's why do you think that you started slipping? Like, what do you think would cause that?
My job, my hours have been really crazy this year. My work has ramped up. And so I just haven't been sitting down with myself like I usually do and checking in with myself on a consistent basis. And so that's when all those little good habits, they just slowly start to slip away, slip
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
You
Hence
know?
why, hence why we got to do these self-awareness
Yes.
assessments, right? To
Yes.
check in with
Yes.
ourselves.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So when we think about health and wellness, some considerations I want you to think about as you listen to this is, your overall physical health and well-being. Like, how much energy do you have? Like, if you were to rate yourself 1 through 10, how would you rate your overall physical, mental, emotional energy? Because your physical energy, your health and wellness is what gives you energy, and it modulates your mood. When you're
Mhm.
not feeling well, it directly affects your mood. So, how are you doing with your physical health and your exercise? How are you doing with your nutrition? It's barbecue season, right? And we got the good beers out there that are. I mean, it's this time of year where just quenching your thirst on a beer at the end of the day. I tend to drink a little bit more in the summertime because
Mhm.
it tastes good.
Yeah.
How's your overall sleep been? With the AC out, a little bit more difficult to sleep, right?
It has been horrible.
How are you managing your stress? Have you
Yeah.
taken vacation or a time out recently? And then finally, this is one that's often overlooked. Have you went to the doctor or the dentist to do a checkup? Because that's where you can catch something from happening. I hate going to the doctor, and I kind of posted about this. I had an abnormal EKG. I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm doing all this and that. And
Mhm.
I'm a runner. I can. I'm like, you know what? I'm in my mid 40s. I need to go do the follow up. And I had to drive 30 minutes. And every time I'd be like bemoaning it, like, this is stupid. I know I'm fine, but am I fine? I don't know. I had an
Yeah.
abnormal EKG, and it's my responsibility to my family and my friends and everyone that's counting on me to go check it out. Because the last thing you want to do, you ignore these signs, you ignore the check engine light,
Mhm.
and then what happens? Like, then it becomes too late. And a lot of times it's our bullheadedness
Mhm.
keeps us from doing things like that. So
Yeah.
I become a proponent. I tell people if something's abnormal, you're feeling off, go get the checkup. Does it suck? Yes. Is it probably going to turn out to be okay? Probably. But what if it's not? And what if you could catch something? Because I
That's right.
guarantee if you were to ask someone that had, stage 4 cancer or something like that, they wish they would have went to the doctor sooner. Yeah, they wish they would have. And it's the point of no return. So bottom line is, it's your responsibility to get your checkup.
Yep.
So
Yep.
hit that one kind of hard because it's affected a few people recently. I'm just noticing people middle aged are having a little bit more health and wellness issues and scares than normal. So
Hey, I've got an appointment we're talking about it. I got an appointment on August 2nd. So for the past, I would say, 2 years, I've been getting allergy shots. Up until June of last year, up until a year ago. And I went on vacation and I forgot my shots. I left them here at the house. And so I was like, "Oh, crap." So didn't take them with me on vacation, got back, and then just got busy
mhm.
and did not follow up with my allergy shots. And I'm like, "I'm fine. I'll be all right. I've been doing it long enough. I'm on maintenance,
Yeah,
whatever." Yeah, no. It is kicking my butt. When I tell you it is kicking my butt, I and that's a I'm about 100% sure I would give my right arm to say that's probably why I've been feeling like crap. That and the water, uh, because I didn't follow up with that, and I'm like, "Oh, wait, that's another thing." Like,
it's a good reminder, right? It's like, oh
yeah.
shoot, this is why I take these things. This is
Yes, yes, absolutely. If you're supposed to take medicine, just take the medicine. Don't be an idiot like me. Just
yeah.
like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, you start going to your point, like you start feeling a little bit better, then you start to
Yeah,
like it,
yeah,
you start slacking on it, and then that's when
yeah.
you end up like, in this situation.
Here we are. Here we
Here we
are.
are. Here we are.
No sleep.
So, so
Constantly
yeah,
blowing
so
my nose.
so it's a good check-in. Like, what goals do you have for your exercise? And
Mhm.
where are you at from mid-year? So we started out new year, new me. Where are you at? Are you happy with your overall level of physical wellness and well-being? And what could you do? 1% better. Is there something you could do in each one of those categories that could improve your overall level of energy and well-being? And because that's going to directly affect your energy, your emotional, and mental health. So. All right. And then you can, you want to get in shape so you can wear those Do Hard Things crop tops.
Hey, it don't matter what shape you are. Wear the crop
Just
top.
wear the damn crop top.
Wear the damn crop top.
Yeah.
I don't care what shape you are.
But as I was looking at what I wanted to accomplish for the rest of the year, it enabled me to look, what goals do I want to set for the remainder of the year, and where am I at? So, all right, let's talk about affluence and wealth for a second. How are you doing in your financial realm? When we think about finances, it's finances are freedom. It gives your ability to be free and do what you want. And there's a lot of a negative emotion about finances for some people, and what we want to do is think about, are you happy with the amount of income that you are currently earning? And take a look at your expenses and what is your net worth right now? Do you do a regular check-in financially? Are you happy with the amount of investments that you're earmarking aside? And have you checked in on those recently? When's the last time that you actually went to your financial planner? And do you have enough insurance? One thing that one of my friends has brought up numerous times is with inflation, with the housing markets going up and even used cars, have you updated your insurance policy to cover that? Because if your house something happened to your home, could you replace it with the current market? And maybe you need to go do a tune-up and check in on that. I called mine and they automatically adjusted it, which was super cool. But just one of those things, we need to check in and see how we're doing. And making sure that we have enough life insurance coverage with all of our life changes and things like that. So doing a financial check-in. How are you doing this time of year? So any thoughts or anything I'm missing on that one, Angie?
No. I think you hit all the cross little T's, dotted the I's on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's time to find that new side hustle. What can you do to Christmas is coming, right? Everyone freaks out about Christmas. We're about 5 months away from that whole season starting. It's not that far away.
Yeah, save now. I'm so glad you brought that up. Do not go into debt. Don't go into debt for Christmas. Number one, don't do it. Just, I think Zach, you were on some amazing vacation. I think Zach and I had talked about this because I was sitting in front of my Christmas tree, but we were talking about it, and it's so crazy that people don't plan ahead, and then they have this extravagant Christmas, and then they pay for it in interest because they put Christmas on their credit cards and all the things, and then they're paying on it until the next year. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah.
Especially now with the way interest rates are. If you haven't started, it's not too late. Start budgeting and put money back, and that way you'll have that money there, and you don't have to put Christmas on credit cards, and you don't have to pay for it the rest of the. You don't have to spend 2024 paying for Christmas.
Yeah, winter's coming.
Yeah,
big part of winter is Christmas. So
solstice just happened. The longest day. The days are starting to get shorter. It makes me so sad.
I know. I hate that. Why does that have to happen?
I know. I just want it to stay bright all day long. Okay. Anyway.
Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, no, excellent point. So do a wealth check-in on yourself. All right, relationships. So there's three components I think of when it comes to relationship. Recently, your relationship with yourself, your significant other, friends, family, and then your relationship with God. So those are the three relationships that you need to really kind of hone in on. So let's talk about yourself. Are you taking care of yourself? Because a lot of people are pouring from an empty cup and they're not taking care of themselves. So how are you doing with yourself? Are you taking time for yourself? Are you taking that breakout time? Are you going to get the nails done? Are you getting the massage? Are you doing what you need to do? Are you engaged in your hobbies? Have you put up some boundaries? How are you doing with your emotional well-being and your overall sense of spirit with yourself? Because that's number one. If you're not in a good relationship with yourself, that directly affects every other relationship that you have. How is your relationship with your significant other? When was the last time that you went on a little vacation or date night? Or are you showing up regularly and investing and pouring into her love tank with the love language? Or he are you being deliberate about that? And what does that look like? And then your family, how are you doing with your kids and maybe your the rest of the family, and then your overall friends, how are your friendships doing? And maybe just doing a check in there. Are you calling your mom as often as you should because your mom misses you? All that type of stuff. Just to kind of do a deep dive, take pen and paper, write out all the people that you care about, And are you, maybe you need to have a tough conversation with someone. Maybe there's something that's bothering you, something that you need to get off your chest. Maybe a relationship needs to kind of go into a different category from, from like growth friend into like you maintenance friend, right? And we've talked about that in different podcasts. That it's not always a comfortable thing to do,
No.
but we need to kind of pull out the measuring stick with our relationships. Are they serving us? Because when you're struggling in a relationship, it causes a lot of angst and can affect the other lines of effort in your life.
Yeah,
So
just remember, guys, you are in control.
yeah,
You are in control. You control who's in your life. You control who's in that arm's length away in your life. You
yeah,
control who is closest to you. You are in control. You don't have to be friends with anybody. You don't have to spend your time. Like, you don't have to. You can choose to say no.
absolutely. You
If you
get to
haven't
you
learned that yet, yeah.
yeah. You get to put up and establish those. You need to put up those boundaries. That's the
Yeah.
bottom line. Is you need to take control, and so this is an area that we need to focus on. And a
Mhm.
lot of people they don't do a lot of thought about who's in their life. It's just like whoever randomly shows up, But just like your yard, someone were to encroach in your yard, get off my lawn, right? If you don't want them there, we have boundaries in our life, like clearly defined in our house, right? You need to
Mhm.
have the same. It's not as clear in our relationships sometimes, but you need to look at your relationships as if you were a home, and who are you going to let in your yard, in your house, and you need to have the fence out there to keep people from just kind of wandering in, right? Because if
Mhm.
someone were to do that in your yard that you didn't know, you'd be like, get the hell off my lawn. So same thing with relationships.
Yes, hopefully you'd be like that.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully you're not like, "Well, I don't wanna hurt their feelings, so I'm gonna let them trample all over my pretty flowers, and, hopefully my flowers don't die, but I don't wanna hurt their feelings." Guys, your lawn is you. Take
absolutely.
care of it. Take care of
Yes,
it. Get them off. Get them off. Don't let them trample on your flowers. Get them out.
absolutely. Yeah, put those boundaries up.
Yes,
Absolutely.
do it.
And then
Boundaries.
final relationship is, you and your higher being, whatever you believe, what because I tell you what, with my spirituality, I feel like I'm up and down sometimes.
Mhm.
I've got to be a little bit more deliberate sometimes than others. And, how is your relationship with your spirit and your higher being and God? And what does that look like? And are you checking in? Because oftentimes I know for me in the summertime, I'm more apt to go to church in the wintertime. In the summertime, I start to kind of get a little bit disconnected there. However, being outside for me feels very, very spiritual. So you're
Mhm.
taking the time to do what you need to do to manage your spirit as well. So those are your three relationships. And then finally, the fourth line of effort is your development. And when I think of development, I also lump in like your personal mission and your purpose. But is your work and your contribution, is it fulfilling? Are you on the right path of where you need to be? And how are you sharpening your edge? How are you skilling up so you can, uh, because that enhances your mission and your sense of contribution? How are you sharpening your edge? What have you learned recently? And I think we need a challenge, mental challenge of some kind. We need to be learning something new that gives us more wisdom, and it gives us more strength and more knowledge to deal with life's challenges. So how are you skilling up? What are you focused on? Which is why I love, like the Forge or Mastermind group. Like we have a
Mhm.
topic of the month and we try to skill up in a different area each month. So we're focused on a book and we're focused on a topic.
Mhm.
And so my question to you is, how are you skilling up? Angie, how are you skilling up? What are you skilling up on right now?
Hey,
Hey, put you right on the spot.
hey, hey. How am I skilling up?
Yeah.
Oh, um, I am working on being a better leader and a better listener. I think that kind of sums it up. Being a better listener for me. Um, that's something that I'm really working on. Just in general, when people talk to me, friends, family, just being a better listener and understanding when people want feedback and when they want advice. The
Hmm.
difference there. Sometimes I have to ask, "Hey, are you telling me this because you just need to vent? Do you want me just to listen, or do you want some feedback on that?" Um, I think I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do the same thing, like, because I'm quick, and guys in general are quick to just offer up because we're logical thinkers. We're just like, oh yeah, well, just do this, and
Yeah.
but sometimes it's like, well, the other person doesn't want your advice; they just want you to listen and
Yeah.
vent.
Doesn't matter if they're right or not. It doesn't matter. Just listen. And, I mean, Rudy, he's so funny. He's always like, dude, you were a man in your past life. Yes, probably. Because, I mean,
This is how you fix it. This is what you got to do.
Yeah, this is what you got to do. And
Duh.
nobody wants to. I mean, not everybody needs to hear it or wants to hear it. So I'm working on that. I'm working on that. So if I've ever listened to you and tried to fix your problem and you didn't want to hear it, I apologize. Just let me know. Hey, I just need you to listen. And by God, I will listen. And it doesn't matter if I think you're right or not. I'm going to listen and love you anyway.
Yeah. Here's how you fix it. And where do I send the invoice?
Yes.
No, I think that's great. I think that that is a skill, communication, and being able to have that sense of awareness. Things great.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing happens without good communication, right? People get frustrated. Recently I went through this with on the Derby team. Someone said something, someone reacted a certain way, and then someone texted me, and I'm like, so do you know if that's what they meant? Did you ask? This is a great time to have some good communication about it. I mean, it's great to assume, but I mean, it's easy to assume, but you don't know. You really don't know. And sometimes things seem very clear and they're not. And so don't assume, just have some communication about it. And if it's true, if someone really meant to be a jackhole, well, then you need to have a different type of conversation about it. But most often, when you assume things, you usually assume them wrong.
No, you've heard of the assume thing. When we assume thing, it makes an ass out of you and me. That spells assume. Yeah. We could have a whole podcast episode.
Yeah.
Just a pet peeve of mine is having conversations on via text when they should be like in person or at least on the phone, because you're missing out on, nonverbal communication is about 70% of communication. You're not getting the full context. You're not getting the body language of the other person. You're just sending a message. It's a message. So, and some of these messages are just not appropriate for text alone. They're not.
Well, just everyday conversation. I mean, I'm going to the lake this week, and I'm picking up breakfast. So there's a group of us going, and somebody was at the grocery store yesterday, and she's like, "So are we having whatever?" Because I'm bringing breakfast. Are we having that both days? In the back of my mind, I'm like, does she not want to have that both days? I was like, yeah, we're having it both days. If you want something different for the second day, you can pick it up. She's like, no. What I meant was I just want to make sure that I didn't need to pick up something for the second day. I'm like, oh yeah, no, you're good. But it's because it was all over text. It wasn't just like a, hey, do I need to grab something? Do you have both days? I'm like, maybe they don't want the same thing for 2 days. But it was just this very simple, it doesn't even have to be a conflict or anything. It's just very simple things that you just don't know.
Yeah.
You can't read into over text.
And people are over relying on text messages and messages a little bit too much.
They don't want crazy.
It's you see the memes now, and I guess I do it too. It's like I'm looking at what's the meme? I'm looking at my phone and someone calling me or whatever, just to text them back and saying I'm not there or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. You get my point. Yes. People are not quick to pick up the phone. So
no, I want to hear your voice. Pick up the phone.
Yes.
Call me. So I'll answer.
So after
8:30 p.m. then I'm not going to answer.
I got the do not disturb on, I think, after that time.
I do. Sorry.
So this is just a check-in. If you want to do a deeper dive on the check-in with some like journal prompts, and I think what I'm rolling out in the Forge soon is like a baseball card, so you can like track your stats over time, because it's pretty cool to see these areas and checking in from where you are like a year ago in these life arenas. It's very difficult to be on your A game in every one of these life arenas, but when you do an assessment, you can check, hey, this is what's going well. This is what probably needs my attention for this next quarter, because we do this quarterly at a minimum, because with each quarter is a new season and things every 90 days. There's someone is dealing with a new challenge, or you're dealing with a new season, and things ebb and flow. But this is an opportunity to really check in, do that self-assessment. You can shift your energy accordingly so you can grow and stay on target and not let anything fall through the cracks. That's the whole point of doing this. So if you want to do a deeper dive with that, go to lionsguide.com, join us in the forge.
It works.
It works. Absolutely. All right. So, man, we're 6:30 already. We got 30 minutes. So let's get into this next section. This is, I'm sharing my screen here, and we got our weekly winner. We got a nomination this week. This is Brooklyn Lurcher. Brooklyn is a high school student at Waynesville High School. She is an athlete. She recently went to weightlifting nationals in Colorado, and recently got her second best clean and jerk PR, and then earned 5th place overall in the competition. She is a track and field athlete. She runs the 4x400. She does the high jump. She runs cross country. She does basketball, and she is an incredible athlete, and she is loved by her teammates and her family, and is a role model to those that know her. And she's an excellent team member. She works incredibly hard, and she inspires a lot of people, and she embodies what it means to do hard things, both in her athleticism and how she shows up in her community, and being a role model for other people. So Brooklyn, we're going to send you a shirt. Keep kicking butt. It looks like you're doing awesome things.
Dude, I'm inspired just looking at her photos.
Yeah, I know. She's so just continue to carry, that grit and that determination to every other aspect of your life. And there's no doubt you're going to crush it. So you were nominated by someone in the community. And I just happened to just do a little research. So I'm like, man, you're just making waves, and everyone just appreciates you. So
that is awesome.
So you're embodying what it means to have the do hard thing spirit. So we're going to send you a shirt. So thanks for all that you do. Keep up the great work.
Yes.
And it's
great
awesome.
job, Brooklyn. Really, that is awesome.
Yeah. It inspires me to get in the gym and lift some weights and go do some running after this podcast.
Yes.
So awesome. All right. Well, Angie, any other final thoughts before we check out and enjoy the 4th of July?
Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah. I saw Zanita. Zanita's one of our Forge members. I saw her this weekend. And I was wearing my Smile shirt, and it was just great. She was like, hey, where's my smile?
Oh,
I was like,
she
called me out. I'm like, all right. So, awesome. I'm going to make sure I try to make somebody smile today. Make myself smile, make somebody else smile. I will really be smiling. I'm going to tell you right now, when the AC people get here, when they come to fix the AC, buddy, I'm going to have the biggest smile on my face ever. And hopefully they're not going to be like, this is a crazy lady. We're not even going in to fix it. Because I'm be like, yes.
The things we take for granted. I need to get the AC checked out of my car. My little daily driver, it's not working so well. The kids were roasting in the car the other day on the drive up. It just was kind of kicking in and out, but it was like on that really hot day. So it's like, oh man, the things we take for granted.
Yeah. What about you? What do you got on the plate today?
Well, nothing too exciting. We got the kids for the 4th, and we're probably just gonna watch some fireworks. Nothing elaborate. Lacey and I we're gonna check out. We're gonna go do our honeymoon in Punta Cana. So we're flying out Wednesday morning, first thing. So
what?
We're gonna do that we're gonna be gone for a week. It's gonna be nice.
So jealous.
Yes. So
that'll be great.
We got married back in September, so this is a delayed honeymoon, but we're excited about it. So
awesome.
But that's it. That's what we're doing. So just hanging out.
Cool. Be safe, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't blow off any fingers, guys. Do not.
Yeah.
Just be safe.
Be safe. They're fun, but they're dangerous. So be safe. Enjoy the 4th. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you take some time out for yourself to make yourself smile. And
make yourself
do that
smile.
Check-in for yourself.
So. Remember, if you blow off a finger, you can't hit the like and subscribe button. I'm just saying.
That is true. And on that, have a happy 4th, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Keep doing hard things. Make someone smile.